Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another video of my channel. I'm Kishal. I hope you all are doing well. A very happy new year to all of you, and I wish that this year 2025 brings a lot of happiness and prosperity in your life. Now, as you know from the thumbnail of this video, that this is going to be a Q&A video. So last week I posted in my community that if you have any question, you can ask me, and I'll be making a Q&A video before ending the year. But unfortunately, I didn't get time and I couldn't make this Q&A video last year, and that's why I've decided the first video of this year 2025 will be this Q&A video. And I've received a lot of questions from you people, and in this particular video I'm going to discuss about each of these questions. So that will be the content of this video. So if you want to know detail about it, please stay tuned to this video till end. And before starting the video, as I always say, that if you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. So without further delay, let's start into today's video. Okay, so let's get into the first question. The first question is it possible to get a cybersecurity job role through IITs or IISc, M.Tech, CSE placement, even if the students who study M.Tech in cybersecurity gets only software engineering roles through placement? So is there any possibility to get a cybersecurity job? Yeah, it's true that most of the time when people do their MTech from IITs and IISc, specifically from IITs, people typically gets a software developer role, because these kind of roles are available in any company, and these kind of roles are kind of dominant in the market. On the other hand, if you go like jobs like cybersecurity, those jobs are not that much available in any company. But yes, if you have done your masters in cybersecurity, then you can look for those jobs after your placement in the off campus. You can look for those jobs, you can apply there, and if you are really skillful in cybersecurity, then those companies who are looking for students or freshers in the cybersecurity role, they will obviously recruit you. So it's not like that you will not get any job. Obviously in the on campus, typically we have seen data scientist and software developer role, they kind of dominant. But if you have the skill set and if you apply off campus, definitely you will get a job after your MTech in cybersecurity role. Next question is, what skills should a final year PhD student working in machine learning develop or focus on to secure a good job in research division of industries? And how do you compare industry and academia in current scenario? So let's talk about the first question. What are the skill set a final year PhD student have to get into this kind of R&D labs in industry? So what I've seen from the recent graduates who just passed out their PhD and they get into the industry is that in the interview round they will ask you coding questions, they will ask you in the depth of machine learning questions, and they will ask you from your research. So, you have to be good at coding, though, you are a research or PhD student, but coding is the basic thing that they will test you. So, a bit of competitive coding or data structure algorithm coding that you must have to do. Next is you have to study well the machine learning topics. I mean, the basic machine learning topics that you should be really good at. And finally, you should have a strong research hold on the research topic that you are working on, or probably you are applying to the particular company on a particular job role. So around that job role, whatever research paper is there, probably suppose you are applying for an NLP based role, then whatever recent LLM research that is going on, or whatever research in the NLP domain is going on, you must be aware of that, because these three are typically the main three rounds that is tested for any PhD student. And I think these three skill set you must have before applying to any R&D based roles in the industry. Next, many of you have asked me that whether HFTs or trading companies hire MTech students or not from IITs. Now, from my experiences, typically they don't hire MTech students. So typically they prefer the BTech students who are really good at coding. And their criteria is that you have to solve the hard level of lead code or gigs for gigs code, those competitive coding. You have to be very good in coding, so that they typically expect. But I have seen in recent times, like in IIT Madras and IIT Bombay, like last year IIT Bombay, I have seen one guy got into a trading company. I think this year in IIT Madras there was one guy who got get into a trading company. So if you are really good at coding, and good means you have to be very good, then you might get shortlisted. Shortlisting they typically do every day, every year. HFTs, even in IIT Kharagpur also I have seen this, typically shortlist few M.Tech CSE students who are really good in coding. But at the end, we have seen that they are not able to crack the final interview rounds. So opportunity is there. If you are really good at coding, you can apply and you will get shortlisted. So every year they shortlist from M.Tech CSE in all the IITs. But what I have seen is that very less actually get the opportunity. Like every year, maybe one student from all the IITs or maybe two students from all the IITs get into a trading company. So that is the current trend, that these HFTs or trading companies, they prefer BTech students because BTechs are really good at coding. But M.Tech, if they are good in the coding part, they can handle this tough level of lead codes or DSA coding. Then they also, will get recruited by these kind of HFTs. Next question is that how to manage GATE along with the coding. What is the best strategy to tackle coding and GATE at the same time? So I personally feel that when you are preparing for GATE, in GATE exam, typically they don't ask that much difficult coding questions. So most of the time I have seen that IITs actually check your technical knowledge about the programming languages. That means how well you know the syntax part of the coding, that they typically check. And for that, if you're practicing pseudo codes will be sufficient, because your logical understanding only they will be checking. And now competitive coding or hardcore coding is something that is not needed during your GATE preparation time. So what I suggest is that during GATE preparation time, don't focus that much on coding part, practicing coding part. Maybe you can solve one or two questions daily for your practice, but don't focus that much to the coding part. Focus fully on GATE preparation. Now, once the GATE is done, maybe if from February 15, your GATE will be done. And if you get selected for M.Tech, you will be joining M.Tech in August. So during those 4 or 5 months, you can dedicatedly practice your coding skills. Those 4 or 5 months, once you have a very good GATE score or GATE rank, you don't have to do many much things. Then the free times that you'll be getting, that time you can develop your skill of practicing coding or competitive coding. I think that will be the best strategy, that first crack the GATE with a very good GATE rank, and then next 4 or 5 months before joining the M.Tech, you practice the coding part. Next, many of you asked me about what is the placement update of IISc Bangalore. So I have some updates from my friends at IISc. So the data got a bit improved than the last video I made exactly 1 month before. From there, the data got a bit improved. In last month, there are a lot of companies have visited the campus and they have taken students. So as of now, in computer science and automation department, I think M.Tech in CSE, 75% students got placed, and the median CTC is 32 LPA. Next is computational data science or CDS department. 77% student got placed and median CTC is 27 LPA. I don't have the data of M.Tech in AI as of now. Whenever I'll get it, I'll share with you. But last data was in December 1st was 50% student got placed. Now, EC department, the scenario is not that good. Only 40% student got placed in M.Tech ECE and 60% students almost remaining. Now, when I'm saying EC, it's not including VLSI. So for VLSI, specifically for VLSI domain, it's 100%. The placement is 100%, and they got placed, I think, within November only. I mentioned about it in my last video as well. Now, signal processing, the last update was 9 out of 16 students got placed. And the companies which has taken student from signal processing was Cerebrus has taken one student from M.Tech in signal processing, Qualcomm 3 students, IBM 1, Siemens 1, Tejas Network 1, Accenture 1, and Kotak Mahindra 1. So these are 9 students out of 16 students got placed from signal processing department. Now many of you are asking me about other IITs as well. So as you know, IIT Madras, Kanpur, Kharagpur, and Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, I have already made a video. IIT Delhi, I was trying a lot, but I didn't get the exact data. But whatever rough information I have gathered, I'll be sharing with you in this video. So what I came to know is that only 3 students are left. All are placed, and few company name I came to know about, like two got placed into Samsung Research Noida, 2 into IBM, 1 in SAP Lab, 1 Oracle, 1 MediaTek. Qualcomm has taken 1 student, New Wealth has taken 1 student, Convene 1 student, and Midshifts has taken 1 student. So these are the information I get to know informally from one of my friends. But the overall only 3 are remaining, rest all got placed, but unfortunately I don't have the exact statistics. Now coming to other IITs like IIT Patna, many of you asked me, Roorkee, Guwahati. Frankly speaking, I'm trying hard. I don't have much contact on those IITs. Even NITs also, many people have asked me that, make videos about NITs, but unfortunately I don't know any of them from these colleges. So what I've decided is that after this month, because placement is still going on, so after January is over, I'll be filing some RTOs to each of these colleges, and we'll be getting the information, the summary of the placement of each of these institutes. So that is my plan, because I'm trying hard from internal sources, but I don't know many people, so that's why I'm not able to gather the information. Next question is, how do you rank different IITs and IISc for M.Tech or MSc in AI domain? So I personally feel IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi will be the top position, because they are doing top AI research. And if you see the publication record from CSE department or AI department there, that's top notch. I mean, they are publishing in all the top tier ML conferences. Next will be, IIT Kharagpur is doing also really great. They have recently started M.Tech in AI, and their Department of AI is the first department from top IITs. So Department of AI of IIT Kharagpur. So IIT Kharagpur will come next. Then there will be IIT Madras, because they are also their like reinforcement learning group or NLP group is really strong there. So IIT Madras will be coming next. Then there will be IISc Bangalore, because IISc Bangalore, they are good in theoretical machine learning. They are not that good in applied machine learning, except computer vision. I have seen like computer vision lab is really famous there, but I have seen NLP or some other area, applied areas. They are not. There is no such big labs. And then finally there will be IIT Kanpur. So this is kind of my ranking of top 5 IITs. There can be, people have their different opinions, but I personally feel IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, they are kind of equivalent in the top position. Then IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, IISc Bangalore, and IIT Kanpur. And except apart from these, I personally feel IIT Hyderabad is doing great research in AI ML, and Triple IT Hyderabad is also really good. Next question is, what is the minimum hour should I give per week to crack GATE 2027? This is a subjective question. I mean, what is the minimum hour you should give? That depends on you. Even what is the maximum hour you should get for gate preparation? That depends on you. But what I can say is that you should have a consistent study habit. Like every day, you should study consistently for few hours, maybe minimum 2 hours or 3 hours. Whatever you are studying, you should have a consistency. Because until unless you don't have a consistency, probably you are studying one day 10 hours, and then next 3 days you are not studying, that will not be that much helpful. So that's why I always suggest that prepare a routine, proper routine, that every day this many hours I'll be studying for great exam, and I think that will be helpful for you. Next question is, which college has the best infrastructure or GPUs for M.Tech AI student? So this is a really good question, and believe me, all the colleges has set up a good infrastructure in terms of GPUs and supercomputer. But the problem is, within how many students these GPUs are shared. For example, when I was doing my M.Tech in CSA department at IISc also has a DGX server or GPU server, but that was shared among all the M.Tech and PhD students of the department. So that's why whenever I have to run a code and I put my job into the server, I used to see that there is 2 days of waiting. After 2 days, your job will be running, because many students have already submitted their code. So that's the problem. Institute level GPUs are there, but it's aired among BTech students, MTech students, PhD student, MS student. So, if you are joining a lab, in your lab, there are some dedicated server that will be live streaming for you, because you can use those server dedicatedly for running your code. So whichever guide or supervisor you're joining, check whether he has a good GPU server or not. And even these colleges nowadays, they have supercomputers. For example, IIT Kharagpur has Param Shakti. In IISc, in CDS department, there is a very high-end supercomputer. But there also the same problem arises, that these supercomputers, they are shared among across departments. And if you want to run a job in supercomputer also, maybe there will be a week of a queue of long jobs that is already running. So, infrastructure is there. I can't say which is best or not. GPU server is there in all the IITs, but the problem is that it's shared among students. So you have to utilize in the best possible way, and you have to get your job done. Next question is, considering the future is very much AI dominated, one should appear in GATE CS or GATE DA. And further, which one should be better, MTech CA or CS or MTech AI? As many average developers can be replaced with AI. Now, this last term, I am not fully agree with that. All the developers will be replaced by AI. So the scenario is not like that. The developer role is still very much safe. AI can help you, but AI can't fully replace the developer job as of now. Now, coming to which one you should go for, an MTech in CS or MTech in AI. So there is a short video in my channel regarding this. So I personally feel that if you are really passionate about working in AI, if you know that you want to specialize yourself in AI domain, then you can go for MTech in AI, because in MTech in CSE the problem is that you have to do lot of courses from other domains, not only from AI. From AI maybe you will be doing 2-3 courses, but you have to do few courses from system, few courses from theory. So that will be there. So if you are really interested in working in AI, you want your MTech or specialization to be in AI, then doing those courses in other areas will be time wasting. So that's why if that is the case, you should go with MTech in AI. But if you are someone who is not sure that which area you will be exploring, maybe you are interested in AI, but you are equally interested in system level coding or maybe theory also, then for you MTech CS will be blessing, because in MTech CSE, in the curriculum, you will be exploring a lot of subjects. Then you will get a flavor of other areas as well, like system, theory. All these areas will be having a flavor, and it might happen that you got interested in other areas than AI. It might happen that you got interested in system level coding or maybe in the theory, and you decided that you're going with MTech in systems or MTech in AI. So in these scenarios, you should go for MTech in CS, and believe me, in all the areas, in at least in till today, in today's date, there are equal opportunities. It's not like that only jobs are there for AI level role or data scientist role. For both theory and system, they also have equal opportunity in the industry. Next question is about gate preparation. Dada, as the exam is approaching near, I feel like I'm forgetting many things and I can't study as much with much focus as before. I started revision late. How do not forget the stuff I have done? It's very common. Not only you are facing these issues, most of the people who are seriously preparing for it, they are feeling that they might be forgetting things what they have already studied. There are only two solutions of this one. First is try to revise something every day. Some topic you choose every day and try to revise it, because continuous revision will make you feel that you are remembering the things. And the second thing is, give as much as mock test as possible, because whenever you be giving mock test, you have to remember things whatever you have studied, and you have to solve the question. So mock test is a very effective tool of revision. So that's why I personally feel that if you give daily one mock test, then all of your subjects will be revised. And mock test means full length mock test. I'm not saying taking subject wise mock test. If you give full length mock test, the question will come randomly from some topics and you have to think about it, and that will be a process of revision for yourself. The next question is a bit lengthy question. There are 6 questions, whatever the person has asked me. I'm appearing for GATE 2025 and it is my first drop year. If I fail to get a good rank, should I opt for another attempt? I have a job offer from IT company in hand. Should I join it and prepare for another attempt along with it? Will it be good decision to join IIIT Hyderabad or Delhi due to high fees from a middle class family? Low marks in mock test is boring science. Should I focus on revision and PYQs in last 30 days? And other than GATE, here's two questions. Is there any problem in MTech placement in IITs due to age gap or gap years? And is pursuing MTech research is a good option? Is there any scope of placement opportunity for MS? So first I'll talk about the last two questions. There will not be any issue. I have joined MTech after 6 years of my BTech, and there will not be any issue in the placement as such due to age gap. And obviously, if you pursue MS or MTech research, they also have equal opportunity in terms of placement in IITs and IISc. Now coming to the fact that if you fail in GATE 2025, what you should do? Definitely, I would suggest that whatever job you have, take that job and prepare parallelly for GATE 2026, because that will give you a financial backup. And even if you fail in GATE 2026, suppose, then your job is there. So you will not lose much. And is it a good reason to join IIIT Hyderabad or Delhi due to high fees? That's something that you have to decide. Obviously, IIIT Hyderabad is a good college. Delhi is also doing good, and hopefully you will get some job if you do your MTech from these colleges. But if the fee structure is too much for your family income, then you should definitely think about it, and you may skip it and prepare one more year to get into IITs or NITs. And finally, low marks in mock test. Yeah, obviously it's a worrying sign. So try to see where you are lagging, what are the mistakes that you are doing, and try to rectify it. Not only solving previous year question and revision will help. There might be something that you are, doing mistakes, maybe some silly mistakes that you are doing. So you have to rectify those mistakes, and then only your, marks will be improved. The next question is list of colleges for MTech or MS through GATE DA, and what are the cutoffs for those colleges. As of now, what I know from the last year data, that MTech in AI is offered by IISc Bangalore, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Hyderabad, and probably IIT Guwahati. And apart from that, MS is also offered in these colleges, but MS is dedicatedly offered in IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, and IIT Bombay, because they don't have any department. They have their school of AI centers. So there they offer MS in AI, and there they accept GATE DA score. Now, what is the cutoff? I'm not sure about. You can check the department website. Probably there they will give the cutoffs for those curriculums. The next question is, right now, considering the increase of demand in skill set in companies, what should a guy, especially from GATE DA background, more focus on? Of course, data science and AI is their domain, but other than that, what they should focus on, development or HD role for placement in MTech, and how important is competitive coding or DSA for placement in MTech if you are from AI background? Yes, coding is something that I MTech in AI student must be focusing on, because I have seen that whoever is coming from GATE DA, they are focusing more on machine learning and AI part. That obviously is needed, and you have to be very good at the depth of machine learning and AI. But in IITs specifically, during placement, most of the companies has come up with development role, and if you want to get into those kind of development role, your coding has to be really good. So that's why in competitive coding or DSA coding, you have to be really good at to secure a good job from IITs. Next question is about MS. How to take admission into MS in IITs with low gate score? How can I get into IIT for MTech? And IIT Hyderabad self-sponsored MTech CS really worth or not? So first I'll talk about the last question. I'm not sure about what is a self-sponsored MTech CS program in IIT Hyderabad, so I can't comment on this. The next two questions is actually interlinked. Taking admission in MS in IITs and low gate score getting into IITs for MTech is actually the same thing. With low gate score, you won't get a MTech degree from IITs, so you have to get into IITs to get into the MS degree, that is the Masters of Science or MTech in Research degree. Now, how to get into it? There is a separate dedicated video explaining all the details is there in my channel. The link I'll be given in the description, or it might come in the I button. Please go into it and check it. Without a very low gate score, actually you can get into these top IITs and can pursue your masters by completing a MS. And I think that will be helpful for you. Now, this is the last question. Now, someone has asked me that is 25 years old is too late for PhD? Can anyone complete their PhD in less than 5 years? And can you make a video on PhD process step by step? Now, the first question is 25 years old is too late for PhD? This question you are asking to someone who himself has started PhD in 30 years. So obviously 25 is not late. I think people complete their BTech by 21 and 22. Then if you complete your MTech, you will be 24 or 25, and then obviously you can start your PhD. So 25 years old is not a even not even a very late time. It's very early actually that you are starting your PhD in 25. Typically, people start their PhD around 27, 28. After BTech or MTech, they work for a couple of years and then they start. So 25 is not a very old age for starting PhD. And can anyone complete their PhD in less than 5 years? Yes, they can. If they do really well in their research from the very first stage, and if they complete all the process, and most importantly, if their guide is convinced. So here guide plays a very important role. If you have to complete your PhD within 4 years or 4.5 years, you have to satisfy the requirement that your guide needs to complete your PhD. So typically, institute has a very simple requirement, probably 1 or 2 paper if you publish, you will get a PhD as per institute rule. But the problem is, whether your guide is happy or not. If your guide is okay that whatever you have done that is significant, he is very happy, he or she is very happy, and he or she wants to leave you, then obviously you can complete your PhD within less than 5 years. And I've seen many cases where people complete their PhD by 4 years, 4.5 years, and with many papers, 4 or 5 papers they have published in top ML conferences. Their guide was happy, and they have completed it. Now, finally, make a video on PhD process step by step. I have made many videos about many dimensions of PhD. For example, when I completed my registration seminar, I make a video. I make videos when my paper got published, when I'm visiting conferences. So these are different dimensions of PhD which I tried to cover in my videos. And it's very difficult to make one video and explain the steps, because PhD is a very uncertain process. There is no step-by-step process which you follow and you get your PhD degree. There are a lot of ups and downs, lot of uncertainties there. So that's why I make a video. There is a playlist in my channel. You can go and check it out. Life at PhD. And there you will find many dimensions of my PhD life. And I think that will give you a flavor of how a PhD life is. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it about the questions that you have asked. And these are the generic questions that you have asked, and I have explained and discuss about these questions, because these questions I think will be questions of many people. And there are few people who have asked very specific questions. I will answer those questions in the comment section only, because they are very specific question to a person, and I don't feel that we should discuss about it in a video, because videos is for general, for many people. So yeah, thank you for the questions, and keep me asking questions in the YouTube community or YouTube comments, so that I can answer them there. And in future, maybe if I need, I will make another Q&A session. So yeah, that's it about this video. If you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you are new to this particular channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, so that you get all the notifications regularly. That's it about this video. I'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, bye.